Hello guys, my name is Jorge Deliana, and today I'm here to talk to you about TikTok, specifically about how and why it should be regulated. But before we get into that, I'm going to give you some basic information about the application. I'm sure you guys all know how TikTok works. It is a short video social platform that allows creators to put sounds and music in the backgrounds of their videos to be able to create some pretty cool stuff. They have fun filters and editing features that allow for a lot of creativity and trends. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about the background of TikTok. TikTok is owned by a Beijing-based company named ByteDance. ByteDance was founded in 2012 by Zhang Yimin, a tech entrepreneur. Out of all their projects, Tiao received the most investment. It is an algorithm-based news aggregator app powered by artificial intelligence. By using machine learning, the app is able to generate a personalized feed catered to each user. A year after the success of Tiao, Zhang decided he wanted to step up with the big dogs like Google and Facebook. So 3 years later, in 2016, he released Douyin. It was an instant hit by the Chinese domestic market, so ByteDance figured a way to replicate its success in Douyin with an international version named TikTok. And in 2017, ByteDance bought out Musical.ly and joined the two, which was huge in the US. I bet some of you guys remember that. The combination of the platforms allowed it to get a pretty sizable international market pretty early on. TikTok is currently the world's most downloaded app with 3 billion total downloads, TikTok and Facebook being the only ones to surpass this 3 billion mark, and 1 billion active users. That's an eighth of the world's population. The most shocking part is that the app was only released in 2016. Facebook was initially launched in 2004, and by 2020, TikTok was able to surpass Facebook in total downloads. That means that it only took TikTok 4 years to surpass a platform that has been out for 16. Grant the circumstances were different, but the achievement is still undeniable. TikTok is a fun and entertaining app, which can seem friendly at first, but there is a reason that it has climbed to the top of the charts so fast. The app is addicting. The AI's purpose is to learn as much information based on your every interaction with the app so that it shows you what it thinks you want to see, with the main goal being to get you to spend the most time on the platform. Social media is still new and evolving, so we don't quite know how all this social networking consumption will affect our youth, TikTok being the main concern in this discussion. One of my main concerns about TikTok is how much and how long today's youth are interacting with the app. 63% of Americans between the ages 12 and 17 use TikTok on a weekly basis, and if unchecked, the amount of hours spent on this platform can be way past the average amount. For years, the American Academy of Pediatrics recommended no more than 2 hours of screen time for teenagers and children. Until now, since technology is part of our lives more than ever. It varies from person to person based on factors such as age and so on, but it is proven that technology has been linked to an overall decrease in our attention spans. These studies were conducted back in 2015 by Microsoft Corporation. Now think about how our technology has evolved and our media has innovated. The short scrolling feature on TikTok makes it harder than ever to keep your eyes off the phone. It is enough to say that the feature has been so effective that other platforms have taken to like it and implemented it into their own. YouTube now has YouTube Shorts, which implemented the short scrolling feature, as well as Instagram with Instagram Reels. All of this has been purposely laid out to get us to spend as much time on the platform. The second you scroll, it instantly plays a new video, not giving you the chance to take a break or lose concentration. Have you ever been scrolling down TikTok, or any social media for this matter, and you're watching a video, but you're not really paying attention to that video? This happens to me a lot when I spend extended periods of time on TikTok. This is proof that our technology is moving way too fast for our ancient brains. I conducted a survey, and out of 28 people, 25 used TikTok. I came to find out that the daily average usage of TikTok of those 25 people is an hour and 53 minutes. 60.7% of those people said they find themselves losing track of time while on TikTok. It is necessary that we combat the addictive nature of TikTok since heavy usage is out of the user's control. A feature that really gives into the addiction of this platform is the machine learning algorithm that TikTok is being run by. This recommendation engine is what runs, as we know, our For You page. This curated feed from creators you might not follow is targeted towards the goal of user engagement. The algorithm does not care about your well-being, happiness, or mental health. Its sole purpose is to keep you on its platform as long as possible. This is possible by the AI algorithm recording data based on engagement time on videos, likes, comments, and a lot more. The algorithm tries to learn your interest and who you are better than yourself. The more you use the platform, the better it gets at knowing you. In my survey, I asked people how well their For You page knew them. Out of 28 people, 23 people rated the For You page knowing them a 7 and above, 1 being not at all, and 10 being very well. Since the platform is so good at keeping us engaged, in order to combat this heavy usage, I proposed an app limit feature. This feature will keep a 3-hour time period in track where you can only use the app 1 hour within that 3-hour time period. If you use the app for over an hour within this 3-hour time period, it'll block all content with a notification advising you to take a break, and it'll show you your time remaining until you can use the app again. If you don't use your 1 hour limit within this 3-hour time period, the 3-hour time period will just reset. This should combat extended periods of use, which has been tracked back to lower attention spans. It will also keep you aware of how much you are using the platform, since you only have a set amount of time to use the platform. Something I found interesting in my survey is that 50% believe that the app limit feature will be effective, but only 39.3% believe it should be implemented. We may know that this is a problem, but it is frightening that less of us advocate for a solution to the problem. I know that it is our freedom to use what we want, however we want, and how long we want. But just like cigarettes, with no regulation behind it, it can lead to many negative consequences within our society. These platforms are all fairly new, and without the proper knowledge of what they are doing to our brain and our attention spans, it can easily turn into a downward spiral for years to come. TikTok can either influence or confirm insecurities or feelings that we already have inside of us. On TikTok's journey to show you content that will keep you most engaged and interactive, it does not take your mental health into consideration. There was an experiment conducted by the Wall Street Journal that set up many bot accounts and gave them hidden interests to see how fast the algorithm is able to discover those interests. One of the bot accounts included depression and some other things as their hidden interest. Within 36 minutes, the bot account's content about depression and mental health struggles outnumbered those about relationships and breakups, making the account's feed a flood of depressive content. This is alarming, as there are a billion active users, and it is possible for anyone to fall into a rabbit hole that is only negatively impacting their mental health, especially if said person is already battling struggles. I'm not assuming that everyone will fall into this trap, but I believe that the system should allow the algorithm to take your mental health into consideration. In my survey, I asked 26 people if they feel TikTok has affected their mental health. 54% said yes, 31% said maybe, and 15% said no. When I asked individuals to explain, one person said, "I think it makes me laugh when I need to. It also gives me an outlet to learn to love myself through the accounts I interact with." And someone else said, "Yes, more confidence." It is amazing that people have been affected positively, but the amount of responses that described a negative impact quickly outnumbered those 2 positive replies. Numerous replies explain how it is causing them to compare themselves to others and making them feel that they should change themselves to fit a certain criteria. To combat this issue, I believe that we should incorporate mental health surveys into the machine learning algorithm so that it will not rabbit hole you into content that will negatively affect your mental state. As you're scrolling through TikTok, the app will stop and take a quick questionnaire on your mental state based on content it was showing you or knows you are interested in. From there, the algorithm will be able to learn what content gives you anxiety, depression, and stress. It will then avoid that content, making the platform a more positive environment. In my survey of 30 people, 56.7% said a feature like this should be implemented, 26.7% said maybe, and only 16.7% said no. The current state of TikTok has been a positive outlet for millions of people, but this doesn't hide the fact that there are still negatives, and we need to limit the impact that those negatives have on our society. In a technology-filled society where we are moving too fast for our own good, we just need to take a second to realize where we are and where we are heading. At the end of the day, we all have our own choice on what content we consume and how we consume it. Thank you for your time.